What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to take this video to answer a few of the questions that I've got on the channel and in the DMs on Instagram, kind of about the first few videos that I uploaded. First one is people are asking, where are you from, where are you at? I got people from California messaging me to do work. I don't think they realize really where I'm at over here on the east coast of Canada. So, you know, I am from, well, my shop is located in Hammonds Plains, Nova Scotia, Canada. You know, we have winter here, long cold winter, lots of snow, so our car season's a little bit shorter than, you know, it is some places, you know, but I know a lot of guys deal with winter as well. You know, it's a good time to build your car, it's a good time to save up money for parts. The next question I'm getting a lot of is, where should we buy our parts? You know, if you can buy parts here if you're local, you know, if you're in Halifax, Nova Scotia, or close, you know, but if you're in Canada and you're looking to buy online and have it shipped to you, the best place to buy your parts by far is Technotic. I mean, his prices are unbeatable for Canada, and you know, you couldn't ask for better customer service. I probably wouldn't be here where I am today if it wasn't for the help of Eric at Technotic. So I will say a big thank you to him for everything he's done to help me throughout the years with parts and for builds. Can't thank him enough. If you're in the States, Tri-State Motorsports is where to go. I mean, they have everything. They are quick. They have the best prices. I actually stopped in there and bought a bunch of carbon fiber when I was down at World Cup Finals in November, and actually met all the guys. You know, I've been buying parts from them for years, and you know, never was able to put a face to the name. So I did stop in there, picked up a bunch of carbon fiber, brought it back for the EG build, and some carbon fiber for customers' cars that you'll see at a later date. You know, on top of that, K-Tuned is Canadian. A lot of people think K-Tuned is US because their prices are US. They're actually in Ontario, Canada. One of the probably the best things we have in the Honda scene in Canada is, you know, K-Tuned is on our homeland. So it makes sense to use K-Tuned parts wherever you can, and you know, support them as much as possible. Next question I've been getting a lot of is prices. What's the cost on builds like we're seeing on your channel and on your Instagram page? Now this is a hard question to answer, guys. It is such a wide range of price. You know, it depends on, you know, if you're going with a stock engine, you know, how clean do you want it? Are you painting your engine bay? Do you want the best bolt-ons? You know, do you want to use a stock throttle body and a cheaper header to get it done as budget as you can? You know, do you have a power goal? You know, so in my opinion, and remember for the guys in the States, this is Canadian dollars, so it's more expensive than you guys are going to be used to, but remember, we're paying almost double for parts once you factor in the dollar and shipping and duties. So it's a little bit harder to build cars over here than it is down in the USA. But, you know, I'd say your basic K-swap, you know, to get done at a shop here, if you're having me do it for you, the most basic you're going to get it done for properly. It's one thing here is I won't cut any corners. You know, some people will hack and slash stuff just to get it done. Yeah, it works, but I won't do any of that. If it's not 110% proper, it's not coming out of my shop with my name on it. So, you know, you will have to take that into account if you get a car built here. I won't take any cheap corners, right? So the cheapest thing, I think you're going to get budget K-swap done out of a shop with someone else doing it for you. Is going to be about $9K plus tax. And I mean, that's going to get you the proper swap parts, you know, like a K24 TSX engine with a 6-speed transmission, you know, an OEM replacement clutch, K-Tuned header, like a good cast 74mm throttle body, K-Pro, you know, proper parts, new axles, a rad kit, and everything you need for that car to actually be reliable and go down the road properly. Now, once you start getting into painted bays and all new hardware and aftermarket intake manifolds, I mean, the cost just, it can skyrocket. You know, we'll take for instance the EG here. You know, we have probably $3,000 to $4,000 in you know, just painting the shell alone. You know, we have a $10,000 motor in there, $3,800 set of ITBs, a $2,300 clutch, both 5K in carbon fiber. So, mild to wild, a build like this, you do have to pay to play, right? It really depends on what you want and what your budget is. And, if you're trying to get it done on a timeline, you're trying to get it done for summer, sometimes you might have to sacrifice for like a stock manifold and, maybe the regular header instead of a nice big tube header or a Myers header, to get your car on the road. And, that's not really cutting a corner. You're still using the right parts, but it gives you time to save up to buy the, the baller parts, the big boy parts later on, and which is also good too. You get to experience the lower power and the better power with the good parts. So, everybody's got to start somewhere. So that kind of gives you an insight on that question. Oh, turbo. And then, on top of that, I get this question a lot. How much to turbo my car? Everyone's looking at these eBay turbo kits. They're like $1,400, $1,100. I think they can turbo your car. Guys, you cannot turbo your car for $2,000. And if you do, you're not going to have fun with it. It's going to break down every time you drive it. And you're going to work on it all the time. You're going to hate it. And you're probably going to get out of cars because of it. See, that's the downside, is when you cheap boat, it really ends up frustrating the owner. But solid turbo setup in Canadian dollar, quality parts, you're going to be like 8K. You need a $4,500 turbo kit, and you still need tuning, you need injectors, fuel pump, clutch, engine mounts, map sensor, gauges, and all the things to make it run properly with the turbo kit. And that's the thing. So it runs properly, so it goes down the road. Every time you get in, it starts, goes down the road. You're not towing it home, and you're not working on it every time you drive it. That is ultimately why I find people will get out of the car scene, or they'll get frustrated and give up on their builds, is because they took, cut corners, went the wrong ways, got cheap parts, and the car's always broke or it never works properly. And that's no fun, right? You need your car to work properly and be able to go out there and take a beating so you can enjoy it and have a good time. And then when you have a good time with it and it breaks on you, it is what it is. It's not so bad, right? When, it was worth it, right? I beat it for a while and it broke. It happens. It happens to everybody, whether it be an axle, a transmission, an engine. But when you don't get to enjoy it and there's problems with it all the time, that's usually why people bail on their builds. And I hate seeing that, because usually you lose a lot of money, you never had any fun. It was for nothing. So I think that might cover that topic. Next question I get. People have been asking about the polished valve cover on the Prelude, the K-Swap Prelude. I know that for the people that follow me on Instagram, you've seen some other polished stuff on my page. Yes, it is a lot of work. You're asking, no, you're not going to take your RBC off or your valve cover off and work on it for 5 or 6 hours and it come out looking good. It's not going to happen. The prep work for good polishing is very labor intensive. It's not going to be something you're going to want to pay somebody to do labor for, but if you can do it yourself, take your manifold off, take it in your house with you or whatever, you're hanging out at night, you're doing nothing, sit there and sand it. The thing is it's best to get it polished in a vibratory polisher, but before you do that, you need to do the hard work, and you need to smooth everything out, get rid of all the imperfections, because the polisher is not going to get rid of all the imperfections. They're still going to be there. So you need to do all the handwork yourself, and then put it in a vibratory polisher. I'll actually show you guys that valve cover again right now. So I got a lot of questions about this valve cover, honestly. It's kind of got fingerprints on it right now, but I mean, look at this valve cover. I mean, it is polished to perfection everywheres. There's no missed spots on it. I would say this valve cover has probably 30 man hours in it by hand, sanding, smoothing, polishing it, and then it was taken and put in a vibratory polisher for the better part of a day which made it come out like this. And I mean, it is a nice piece. I did another one of these on a orange turbo Civic. It has everything polished on it. The coil pack cover's polished, the RBC's polished, throttle body, everything. It's on my page on Instagram. It's an orange 2-door HFP boosted HN, all polished. Very nice car. Hopefully that'll be back in here this year and I can go over that car for you guys. So I think that kind of covers the questions that people were sending and asking. I did get a couple more things done on the EG. Not a whole lot this week though. I've been working on customers' cars. I did decide to go, I think I'm going to stick with no coil pack. I think this looks super clean here. Just the harness is nice. And I've made some studs for in here, and I'm using the, I don't know if you guys can see that, the Chasing J's titanium bolts, nuts, along with my Speed Factory titanium. I think they look great. And I think I'm going to run it like that. I really like the titanium. I ordered some Chasing J's titanium nuts for here as well. And I did get some more titanium bolts as well. There's a guy I follow on Instagram, has a super clean HN turbo build. He's got some, he supplies some titanium bolts that the regular guys don't supply. So I think I'm going to grab a few more from him and get the rest of this stuff done in titanium. So yeah, I do got to get some more stuff done on the EG. I'll make another video of that. I got a few more parts in for it. I just really haven't been able to work on that too much in the last week. I've been doing a lot of customer work. That brings me to another question. You know, I also do a lot of stuff day-to-day basis. You know, timing chains, you know, on K24 CRVs or 8 gens, you know, just second gear replacements on K-Series trannies and 8 gens, a buttload of those, you know, head gasket stuff, just regular everyday, I don't know if you want to call it maintenance, but stuff that wears out, stuff that people break. I don't know if I should be making videos on that stuff, maybe a glimpse into it. You know, do you guys want to see timing chains being done on, you know, CRVs? I don't know, so maybe let me know on that one if you guys want to see those types of videos on the channel as well. Because I do a lot of that stuff in between, you know, bolt-on modifications and dyno tunes, etc. Especially up until summer. Like when summer hits here, I'm working like 15, 16 hours a day just trying to do dyno tunes and intakes and exhausts and all the bolt-on stuff and building engines for people that they can get done for the summer season and the race season. So more of that stuff now than then. But yeah. I don't know if you guys want to see it on videos. Let me know in the comments or DM me. Last question that I've been getting is about that GTR. I showed you guys in like the first or second video that I uploaded. I just pulled the cover up a little bit and showed you the corner of the GTR. And everyone's been asking, what's the deal with the GTR? Is it yours? Is it customer's GTR? You're doing the build on it. What are you doing? I am going to build it. Definitely intake, exhaust, tune, injectors, fuel pump, etc. for this year. And then next year, we'll see how it goes. But that is actually out from underneath the cover now. Like I told you guys, I had the other shop packed, couldn't get into it. That's why I only showed you a little bit of the corner of the GTR. So I think I'll take you guys over and show you that, because I've probably had more questions about that than anything else so far on the channel. All right. So we're gonna take you guys over and show you that. Showroom's looking about the same as last video. You know, this is where the day-to-day customers come in and, you know, chat about their builds, etc. This was actually another question I got kind of about the shop. I do live right here, so I can keep an eye on the shop at all times. And then I have this other large shop here as well. I have a tenant that actually rents the apartment up here, was actually able to keep an eye on everything for me when I'm not here, which is really nice. Alright guys, so it's a little more empty in here since the last time you guys saw it. Had this shop jammed full. So customer's LSV Tech car I built last year. Just doing a disc brake swap and a few gauges on it now. It's almost complete. And we got the once Turbo B Series EG going K-swap. You guys saw us do the mounts on the last video. Parked in here, as well as the K-swap sedan with the cream color bay, which I'm actually just keeping inside for a customer of mine that doesn't really have anywhere to put it. And here is the GTR. Look at this, guys. Super excited for this thing. So this is a 2015 premium GTR. Really like the color. It's kind of like a gunmetal color. I actually don't know what the exact color name is of this. I'll show you guys. Guys, the inside. This is the all black. That's the one thing I got a garbage bag on the seat. I'm trying to keep it mint. Floor's a little dirty. We still have the plastic on the floor. Let's get the all black interior, which I wanted. I'm not a big fan of the black and the red. And check this out. This thing has only 11,000 kilometers on it. So I mean, it is a 2015 premium. Only 11,000 K on it. So it's pretty much new. As new as they get. I'll actually show you guys. It is still stock, but I obviously couldn't leave it alone. So I did throw a couple Speed Factory titanium bolts in that I had around in the shop. I had some really ugly looking like green metal bolts in it factory. So I replaced a bunch of those with the Speed Factory titanium bolts, and I painted this. It was red. Nothing else on the car is red. So it was kind of driving me nuts. So I took that off, painted it, and replaced the factory hardware with the Speed Factory titanium nuts. Titanium bolts, I should say, with the stainless washers. Other than that, it's stock. I can't wait to modify it. You know, intercooler piping, intakes, blow-off valves, etc. I just need summer to come so I can drive this thing. It's nothing worse than buying a car like this in the winter and waiting to use it. Alright guys, so that was a quick video there for tonight. Hope that answers some of the questions that some of you have been sending me about previous videos and stuff that goes on in the shop. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments, or DM me on Instagram, and I'll try to cover them. Trying to get better at covering everything that's going on in the shop, and how to film it and what you guys want to see. And yeah, we'll get some stuff done to this GTR eventually too, so that's gonna be fun, and I'll keep you guys updated on the videos. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're gonna get those subscribers up a bit more, and If you don't follow me on Instagram, please go give me a follow on Instagram. Trying to get those followers up as well. So have a good night, guys.